Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Reality Club. Your hosts, Alicia and Lauren, are here, and we're going to be recapping Dancing with the Stars Halloween night. What week is it? Week 7? 6?
Oh my gosh, what week is it?
I don't know.
Week 7, I think.
I think week 7 too.
Week 6 was Wicked. Week 7, Halloween night. My personal.
Oh yeah. Tell we dressed for the occasion.
Really creative. No, Halloween night is my favorite night of the year on Dancing with the Stars. It just brings out the most creative, yeah, I love the dances. It gets me into the Halloween spirit because I don't do much for Halloween, so this is like my Halloween night.
Now, you've seen previous seasons. Did this Halloween night exceed your expectations or not so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good. I feel like this season overall, there's so much. I almost like have a higher expectation for it every single episode because of the cast, right? Like even going into the season, I was like, there's so many good people. It's going to be such a good season. So I think going into this season, my expectations are always so high, which I honestly think is like a little unfair to the dancers because even watching everyone's dance, I loved it, but I was like, oh, probably could have been better. But then I just rewatched it like 10 minutes ago before this just to kind of refresh, and I'm like, they were all amazing. So what am I even doing? I think previous seasons I was just watching for fun, and this season I'm like, maybe because we're judging them for our podcast.
Well, I've never seen a Halloween episode before, but I was looking back and watching past Halloween dances. And obviously I was looking at all the best past Halloween dances, so that's kind of what I was comparing it to, which maybe wasn't a good idea. But there was one dance that I have watched maybe a million times.
Really?
Yes.
I definitely have some favorites. There's definitely some standouts for me this week.
Yeah.
The intro was so funny with like the murder mystery, like kind of giving like who got murdered. And for anyone that didn't watch Traitors, which you really should because we're going to be recapping it in the new year when it comes out, Dylan was the person that they were like, we have just the guy. Because spoiler if you haven't watched Traitors season 3, Dylan wins and he caught the murderer.
Hey, wait, Alicia, that's really funny that you said that because I was watching a clip and people are thinking that he was referencing a Zac Efron Troy Bolton scene in that. And I got convinced. I saw that. I was like, I did not notice that at all. I wasn't thinking Traitors though, so thank you for acknowledging that.
Oh my
that
gosh,
makes way more sense.
You watched Traitors.
No, I just see Dylan in a whole new light now. Like he seems just like a whole new person from show to show. And I mean, I feel like we didn't know him, or I didn't know him as well when we watched Traitors. So now I just feel like I know him that little bit more. Yeah. But no, good catch.
Yeah, so that was funny. We had a fourth judge, another guest judge this week, Cheryl Burke, who was a pro on the show for 26 seasons and has won 2 Mirror Balls. What, as a viewer, as someone who hasn't watched the show before, what were your thoughts on Cheryl as a judge?
I honestly didn't. I kind of like when they do guest judges, and I found that like the feedback she gave seemed like helpful, but I also feel like it's so hard when new judges come in just as like an appearance every week. Yes, they've seen past weeks, but you could tell that those judges always have different votes than the rest of the judges do. Sometimes they're the same, but I find they're so different. I did see a lot of mixed feelings about her though. There was half the people who loved having her. I feel like another half was like pissed that she was a judge.
I liked her as a judge. At first I was a little caught off guard because she's actually judging them, and I think we needed this judging from the beginning. And so I think her type of judging is, I like it a lot. She's actually like critiquing them on rules of Dancing with the Stars, like for example Alix, like breaking hold, things like that. She's actually following the structured rules for scoring, which Len used to do when he was a judge. Like we always had that harder judge, and I feel like we don't have that harder judge anymore. Like we have Carrie Ann who sometimes lowballs people, but like there's no reason for it. Or highballs people. We have one chaotic judge. But after like the episode and thinking back on it, I'm like, she was consistent in her scoring. Like, even if she gave someone a low score, she was giving everyone kind of a low score if she thought they deserved. So at least she was consistent. I actually liked her, but I wish we had her from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's scoring people how they should actually be scored, but the other judges have already like skyrocketed their scores from the past few weeks, so they can't go back now. And she's actually like on what they probably should be, for most people. And yeah, so I wish we would have had her from the beginning, because I think she would have been handing out those fives at the beginning that that people probably deserve.
Oh yeah, she would have been harsh with them. But this is why it's
So-
hard when each week a new judge comes on, because they're judging in
Yeah.
a different way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good and bad to it. So is this
I also
something
think-
as weeks go on they keep doing this, like surprise judges?
I don't know. I think, yeah, they usually do have some type of guest judge. There was 3 judges for the longest time, and then they would have a guest judge here and there. And then when Derek was joining the panel, there was 4 judges because of Elaine was there as well, so they didn't really have a guest judge. So I think they will continue to do it. I think they're honestly trialing out people for a 4th judge as like maybe a permanent judge. I think that's why they've had like Cheryl and Kim and all these people come in who could potentially be a 4th judge.
Or they're trying to find Carrie Ann's replacement. Actually, I did not have a problem with Carrie Ann last night, the first half. The first half, she was spitting facts at people, and I was like, you know what? She's making good points. And then she always just goes off the rail. Like, it's never consistent with her.
I think this whole episode, judging wise, was so odd, because I feel like this episode they all tried to be a harsher judge. They're all like, you know what, gotta now lay down the law and like give feedback and be harder. But I'm like, why are you doing that now, week 7? Like, why would you not do that week 2, week 3, week 4 for them to improve and then now give them praise? I feel like they were giving people praise so early, and now they're like, whoa, you're not actually great.
See, but this is what I was wondering. Like, is that what they're supposed to do now? Like, the further people go, the more harsh their criticism is, because the harder they're scoring them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, obviously, they're trying to improve them now, but it just seems odd that they were not really giving... I just feel like they haven't been giving any feedback, really, this whole season.
No.
It's just been like, good job. Like, what are people supposed to take with that, you know? But, I don't know. We'll get into it, though. Yeah, I guess we can just...
Go to our first dance.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go in order. Also, like, we've totally haven't mentioned how our teams are doing in weeks.
I actually wanted to bring that up. I don't want to do teams anymore.
because you're not doing well, or
I've just like fully established that all my favorites are on your team, so I don't even know who I'm rooting for anymore.
I also think 90% of the people left are from my team.
I think we have like we're at 4-4 right now.
4 and 4.
Yeah, we each have 4 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Like,
we're 50-50.
My top 3. Actually, no, my top 2 is your team, pretty much.
Okay.
So,
For anyone that's newly listening and didn't listen to our first few episodes, me and Lauren did a draft for our teams. And we've kind of just forgot about them for the past few episodes. So
I haven't forgot. I've just trying to forget. I'm trying to forget.
Okay.
Alicia's team's just been carrying, so we'll leave it at that.
I did have an unfair advantage because I've been watching Dancing with the Stars. So when I picked my members, I was pretty strategic, and I think you just went off vibes.
That was true. Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay, our
Let's
first
just get
dance
into it.
was Whitney and Mark. Whitney and Mark did a jazz to a Green Day song. It was Green Day,
Yeah.
right?
Green Day.
Yeah, that was a little unexpected. I've been trying. I know they post what songs the dancers are going to do a couple, like, the week before. I find that spoils it so much that, like, I don't like seeing that. I like being
Fair.
surprised.
I feel like I don't know if they used to do that in the past, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but yeah, I kind of like the surprise of it personally. I don't care to know what they're doing before.
No. No.
So yeah, this week Whitney and Mark did a jazz. they had the intro package of her feeling like really overwhelmed, and yeah, to me, I've seen a lot of, again, we know there's the Whitney haters out there. They're always gonna find something they don't like. I actually really loved this vulnerability from her.
I knew you were gonna say this.
I did, because I'm starting to understand her more now. And this is like what I was missing, was like I could never connect with her. I didn't not like her. I just like was struggling so hard to like connect with her dancing and like just with her. But this episode with her like crying and like talking about how it's hard to feel like perfect, like I'm starting to understand that she's that type of person that like feels like she has to have it all together, has to be perfect, can't show emotion, like can't show her weaknesses. And so that makes me empathize with her, because I'm not like that. I'm like, if I'm sad, I'm going to bawl my eyes out right in front of your face. She's kind of the person that is like, can't show it. And that makes me understand her a lot better and makes me connect with her more. So I'm glad she shared that, because now I'm seeing who she is a little bit more, and that doesn't make her a bad person. It just makes her someone who's not as comfortable showing her vulnerabilities, you know?
I agree, and I'm glad you said that. Mm-hmm. I'm glad it took you till week 7.
Took me to week 7.
But it did take Whitney a while. It took Whitney a while to open up, and she did mention that she's doing her other show right now. They're filming Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She is a mom of 3 small kids, 2 or 3, I think 3. So, and they're doing this show, which takes such a toll on your body, mental, physical, everything. Something that, like, I could never imagine what it's like to do something like this, especially being a mom and being on another show, too, that shows your whole life. Yeah. So, I understand. And, okay, wait. But one thing we should bring up, did you see that her and Mark tried to do a giveaway before?
I saw a little bit about that, but I didn't care enough to look into it much more.
They posted a TikTok, and I actually saw it on my feed saying we want to bring like 1 or 2 people, fly them out. They'll have accommodations paid for them, like to watch Dancing with the Stars episode. Mm-hmm. People were pissed about this. Once again, people saying they're trying to buy votes with this. ABC wasn't happy with it. They shut it down. And then people are also saying, well, Mark should have known better. He's been on the show long enough. Why didn't he say anything? And I think I'm just getting really agitated at all this Whitney hate. Last week I found like people were starting to like her a bit more last week. This week, downhill again. And I don't know. So tired of this.
I'm on even me, as someone who's not like Whitney's #1 fan, I'm sick of seeing it all over the internet, like favoritism. If she does anything, it's favoritism. If she does good, it's favoritism. I'm like, why can't we just admit that she's good at dancing, and Mark's good at choreography, and they're crushing it, and the only reason you hate it is because she's doing well. Yep. Like I don't, and again, I said it last week, like if someone else doesn't do good, if someone else gets a bad score, it's always not, oh, they got a bad score, that sucks. It's, oh, they got a bad score and Whitney doesn't deserve her score. Like, it's, like, why does she have to be a part of every conversation?
Yeah.
It's actually romantic.
No, I'm kind of sad for her. I don't think she's getting just a lot of unnecessary hate right now. Something we need to also call out is Alicia and I posted a TikTok last week talking about Whitney's husband, Connor, and he commented on it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Connor commented on our TikTok. That's essentially a celebrity commenting on our content. And it was really funny because in the clip we only referenced him as Whitney's husband. We never said his name. And then I thought that was so funny because I clicked on his profile and his caption is Whitney's husband.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And we know we love a secure man. Like
no, the way he shows up for her is awesome. So yeah, I'm Team Connor, Team Whitney. Sue me. I'm
every time that I see a comment about someone hating on Whitney or someone saying that they're favorited, I vote 10 more times for them. So I voted for them for the first time last week because I was sick of it. I was like, this girl's not going anywhere.
You haven't been voting for them?
No.
Alicia, what the fuck? Okay, we
They
can't
weren't
talk
my
about our votes,
favorites.
clearly.
They weren't my favorites. But now I don't support bullying, so anyway.
Go Whitney. Okay, but
Oh, we should talk about the dance.
I was going to say, if we're actually talking about the dance last night, if I'm being honest, I think it was probably their worst dance. I think they need to stop doing jazz because they are so bad at being in sync beside each other. So bad. And I think I've figured it out. I think it's because I feel like they're both the type of people that like really want the spotlight, and that's okay. But I think they're overwhelming each other, and like they're both trying to be like bigger and better than the other, and they're just not flowing right when they're like right beside each other.
That's fair. The out of sync thing to me, were they maybe out of sync for half a second? Sure. I think people are blowing the out of sync thing out of proportion though, being like, oh my gosh, they're out of sync and they got good scores. I'm like, they were slightly out of sync, but the complexity of the routine and the skills and the dance was still way above a lot of other people. So sure, the slight out of syncness, yeah, I caught like half a second of that, but I'm so sorry. If we're nitpicking that small of a thing on everybody, no one deserves their scores. So but yeah, I agree. I think I see what you're saying with they're both huge personalities. They're both super, like, you don't know which one of them to watch.
Yep, that's a good way of saying it.
And it makes those like small out of sync moments stand out more because they're both so sharp. They're both so big. So yeah, I agree with that. I liked it a lot. Like, it wasn't my favorite dance of theirs throughout the season, but I still think it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I gave them a 9.
I give them an 8.
You gave them an 8? Okay, fair.
I know.
Fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm just I shouldn't have been comparing it to their other dances, but I did. And I have rewatched all of Whitney's dances like maybe 100 times, and this is just one that I didn't feel it as much. I also think their outfits, the stripes were not helping them dance. I don't know what it is, but I guess it was how their outfits were. It was just distracting. It just didn't look right when they were moving, and I feel like you just noticed a lot more like mistakes.
Yeah. That's honestly fair too, because I feel like the first time I watched it, I was like, that was good, but I also didn't feel much from it. Yeah. Like, it wasn't standout, it wasn't bad, it was good, but that's all I had really to say in my head. I was like, that was good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So like, I feel like my scoring this week I struggled the most out of every week, so I don't even know if I believe my scores. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite dance. It wasn't bad. It is what it is, moving on.
And I'm still team Whitney and Mark. So
I'm like, yeah, I'm on the team. I'm just way down there.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not saying I want them to win,
I'm in the back row.
But like, I would be happy if they were like top 3. I think they deserve to be at least top 3 because they're awesome dancers, or she's an awesome dancer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like we'll probably have more to say about them when we talk about the Danceathon. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about them later. Well, we gotta move on from them. We gotta move on. Okay. Next was my favorite team.
Who? Jordan and
Ezra.
Yeah.
They did a contemporary to a Sia song. And
wait. Before we talk about the dance, I didn't know that last week was Ezra's first 10 ever that he had gotten. Yeah. That is so amazing. Every week I think I like him more and more, and I get to know him more and more, but that just made me so happy to see him so happy. I think that was well deserved for them.
I know. Well, because this is, again, like it's his second season, but really it's his first.
I didn't know it was only his second season.
Yeah, last season was his first season as a pro, and he was with, oh my gosh, why am I blanking all of a sudden? It's the concussion.
Relax.
No, I'm not joking. I was just talking about this. Oh my gosh, why am I
Is it
blanking?
A name that I would know?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Guys, I am so sorry. I've known this It's the guys. I hit my head yesterday. My memory is gone. Oh, Anna Delvey. Okay.
Who?
Anna Delvey. She was like there's a whole Netflix series on her. She essentially committed like fraud and stole millions of dollars from people.
I have no idea who this woman is.
Okay. Anyway, she's
Did they go far?
She literally is on house arrest for like the rest of her life.
Did she have Oh my god,
she
she
had
had an
bracelet.
ankle monitor on and they bedazzled it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing. She like didn't even seem to care to be there. Got eliminated first. And they were like, "What are you going to take away from this season?" And she was like, "Nothing."
All right. Well, you know what? Ezra then I'm so happy to see him with Jordan then.
Yeah.
After hearing that, I mean, I already was, but sounds like he didn't have a good run last time, so I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I'm happy that he's like, I feel like Jordan was the perfect partner for him. And I actually love like their partnership to me, I think is actually my favorite because they just seem like best friends. Like sometimes I'm watching them like rehearse and like they're not even just partners. Like it just looks like two best friends like competing together on this show, you know? They had the best costume for sure. They looked terrifying in their like mummy outfits, I think. I don't know. And okay, I have a lot of thoughts on this because when I was watching the dance, I had full body chills up and down my spine like the entire time watching it, and I was like, this is my favorite dance ever. I think it just made me feel so much, and I was absolutely shocked by some of the scores personally.
I'll be honest, when I first watched it, I found the first half of it with the harness to be really distracting. And I found like that was all I was looking at. But then when I rewatched it again today, I think I appreciated the dance a little more. And I kind of, I guess, noticed, I don't know, it wasn't all I was looking at. I was actually looking at them, and that kind of helped me judge it a little differently. So I think I judged them a little lower than I should have when I first watched it.
That's fair.
But I also thought it was cool that they were the only ones to do something like that, and I've never seen someone use a harness like that before. So also the song choice. I feel
love
like the song choice, the outfits, it was like perfectly executed.
A lot of people are talking about the harness being distracting, and that's fair. But I didn't think that at all. I actually thought it was super impressive. Like at the very beginning, he literally like whipped her around with literally just holding the rope, whipping her around in the air. Like the strength it takes to do that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I was not expecting that from Ezra. That was impressive.
So anyway, I could see why people thought it was distracting. I just didn't see it that way at all. Like I thought it added to it personally, and I thought it made it more impressive and more creative. And I'm someone who bases dances a lot of the times off how I feel and not necessarily on like, I don't know, the technique, I guess. And just the feeling it gave me it's the only dance that's given me chills this season yet. Like I literally had chills. So to me that shows a little bit more in my personal preference of a dance I liked than just like, oh, that was good technically, you know?
I also think their side-by-side dancing was awesome. They were so
like
in
that
sync.
photo.
They were doing the exact same movement, like insane. And maybe that's what I was comparing like Whitney and Mark to. I'm like, okay, I see Jordan and Ezra doing this, crushing it. Yeah. And then Whitney and Mark are a little messier with it. Yeah. So no, that was impressive to see with them.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, and people probably won't agree with me, but maybe there's some people out there that agreed with me, but my first initial reaction to that dance was I gave them a 10.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah. I gave them a 9.
Okay, that's fair.
I gave them a 9. I actually was thinking about giving them, but no, the beginning was too, I was in my head about it, but I don't think they deserved 8s.
The 8s threw me off. I was like, 9, okay, fair. Maybe I just biasly gave them a 10, but 8s
is crazy.
Like Whitney in the background, literally her face when they were getting the scores, did you see?
No.
She was like,
no, but I'm noticing that now you have to pay attention to who's in the back because everyone makes a face and an emotion about it. It's so funny. Derek
I don't know.
and Cheryl gave the 8s.
That one threw me off a lot, honestly.
Derek, I was surprised. Cheryl, at this point, I'm not surprised. what she's giving out. But
Yeah.
Derek, I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't sit well with me, but they made it through. I made sure to vote for them. And I hope they know that there's a lot of people that really loved it.
No.
So
They were awesome. Go Jordan and Ezra.
if you're listening, let us know what you thought about that, because I feel like that was a very
I feel like there was mixed
one or the
feelings
other
about it.
mixed
Yeah.
feelings about it. So let us know how you felt. All right. Number 3.
I'm glad you have the order because I don't.
Oh, I do. I always write it in order. Okay, this one. We're back. We're back with Andy and Emma doing a paso doble.
What is a paso doble? I didn't know that was a dance. Is it marching? Because that's all I saw from him.
It's supposed to be a very like, it's a very like strong, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's basically like a super framed, strong, powerful like dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think? Be honest.
My honest opinion is I couldn't even see the dance. They had about 10 feet of smoke up to their shoulders.
I think that was the point. I did feel bad when they were doing like the little kind of intro at the beginning, and he was saying how he's like, I know I'm on the chopping block. I know that's where I'm going to be and where I've been. And him saying that he feels bad that other good dancers are going home. Like, that really hit me because I feel like that's something I'm thinking about is, okay, all these great dancers, he's still there. So the fact that he's thinking it too, like, is kind of sad.
Okay, I have an opinion. So everybody knows Andy, in comparison to the other dancers on the show, isn't as good of a technical dancer. And that's fair. The show doesn't always have to be about who's the best technical dancer. It's about who you enjoy watching, who are your favorites. That's fine. I have no problem with people voting for Andy because they like to watch him. I voted for him for the first few weeks because I wanted to like give him that chance to show us what he's got. So like I get it. I'm not having as much fun watching him as much anymore in comparison to the other people. But what bothers me, I think, the most right now about this is not that he's staying in the competition. If people want to watch him and vote for him, that's fine. That's how the show works. But what bothers me is like the judges treating him differently in their scoring and their comments because they know he's at the bottom, and they're treating him like they're not giving him harsh criticism, but then they're giving someone like, we'll get into it, like Jen or Danielle, like the people that are a little bit lower, still not fully up there, they're giving them such harsh criticism. And I don't think the judging and the comments is fair, because I'm like, not that was bad, like in general the performance, like he's a good performer, he's dancing with his face and he's dancing with his arms, he's just walking around otherwise. Sorry. When they're talking to him, they're like, you're doing great, sweetie, you're doing great, and I'm like, why are we treating him like that? But then we're treating other people who have a little bit better ability so harshly.
No, it's not fair because you see him
That's
getting
what I don't like.
7s across the board, and then Jordan and Ezra getting their 8s. Like, how does that scoring make sense?
And like the thing is, yes, he is improving. I'm not trying to say he's not improving, but it's such a small amount. And if you're going to be giving harsh feedback to some other people about their technique and their hands and their feet and their emotion, then why are we not giving him the feedback that he needs? Why are we treating it like we have to not hurt his feelings?
They're treating him like a child, to be honest.
Yeah, and I don't want to hurt his feelings. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't try to hurt his feelings, but I don't think it's fair that the judges specifically are treating him on a completely different level in terms of feedback and criticism, and then judging people who aren't at the top but are like still those beginner dancers way harsher. It makes no sense to me.
Well, that's
like
what bothers me. Last week, the only feedback they really gave him was, you're doing great, your timing was perfect, and that was it, just about the timing. And it's like okay,
if we're gonna
that's an improvement, that's great, but like, you're gonna give him a 7 for his timing. Like, what about everything else? What about everyone else's timing?
Like, J- Derek snapping his 6 score. I'm like, so you're just telling me from now on he's only getting 7s? So it doesn't even really matter what he does. He's just going to get a 7? Like,
Okay, but he did that. But then also when they were holding up their paddles, he was like, well, I broke my 6, so I guess it's a 7. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. To me, that's like, I don't think it was a 7.
I don't think it was a 7 at all.
I still gave it a 6. And like, I think that's even being a little bit generous, to be honest.
No. I'm sorry.
And I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I just think if we're going to keep him in the competition, which is fine if he's your favorite. And don't get me wrong, I love him. He's a fun performer. Like, his face, his character, like, I love watching him have a great time. I have no problem with him staying if people want him to stay. But the judges need to actually give him the same type of feedback they're giving other contestants. Because it's like, what?
But we know they haven't been consistent since week 1. So don't know what they're doing here. I like Andy, but I'm kind of over it now. There are other dancers who I'd rather see dance. Am I surprised that he stayed another week? Yes, definitely. Am I bummed that like another good, like decent dancer who's improving went home? Like, yeah, that blows. But no, I'm still seeing Andy as like, all he does is march around the floor. I'm sorry. That's all he does.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? That's all he probably can do, and that's okay. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to beat him down here. We have to treat him like everybody else if we're keeping him in the competition. That's what I'm saying.
Or else it's not fair.
Yeah. And if you want to vote for him, that's totally fine. Vote for him. But the judges need to treat him equally if he's going to stay. That's how I feel. Anyway, he got 7s across the board. Didn't shock me that much. Cheryl giving him a 7 shocked me a little bit, but that was like the only inconsistency I found in her judging was that.
Yeah, that was weird.
But
I did think like the theatrics of it was really cool. I liked the outfits, the concept.
Totally.
The smoke, yes, was kind of distracting and kind of overwhelming. But
I wrote
what?
Sorry.
No, go.
I wrote, do you think he saw our pod? Because he made a comment, I think when they're like giving him his scores, and he was like, I've seen people online saying that I secretly don't want to be here anymore. And I'm like,
I actually heard that too, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
Did you listen to the reality club?
That's pretty awesome. Sorry, Andy. If you are listening, we do love you. And
no, we do. And I voted for you for a while, so.
Yeah. You were Alicia's 4th draft pick, so.
Yeah, I put you 4th on my team. You're on my team. Like,
there you go. So we're fans. But no, I gave him if I could give him a 6.5, I would have. But I gave him a 6.
Anyway.
So we'll move on from that one.
Yeah, we'll move on from that one. Okay. So next we didn't have actually. We were supposed to have Elaine and Alan. But poor Elaine was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Which, that hurt me. As soon as I heard that, I was like, please, guys, vote, please.
I know. I also seeing Alan looked so sad, so defeated.
I know.
I don't know if that was just him or if he was putting on an act, but it friggin' worked. It made me feel super bad.
I don't think it was an act. I think he, really wanted Elaine to be there with him. Felt terrible that she's injured and was probably really, really worried that they were going to go home over it because their scores were not going to be what they probably would have got. The votes might not be there if people didn't watch it. You never know. There was the Monsterthon later that they got no points with. So it put them lower to the bottom. And like we've seen people who were the bottom 3 in scoring. It's usually one of them that goes home. So and it wasn't going to be Andy.
I'm glad we still got to see the rehearsal dance. I wasn't expecting them to show us that. I thought they were just gonna not show us anything and still say to vote. I'm so bummed though because I think that would have been an awesome performance. The song choice, the moves. I think like she was wearing like little pants in it with like a short cutout. And I think that if she had worn a dress during that scene, she maybe would have got scored higher. Because I feel like the moves that she was doing just would have flowed better with like a dress, like with something flowing. But
I think what like bothers me, and I don't want to compare scores, but like that was such a good dance for a rehearsal dance with like no no like big theatrics for it, no costume, no just like the technicality of it was so impressive, and it was an 8.
They also kept saying, they're like, well, we have to judge just what you did here. Well, we have to
great.
Like
9.
And I'm like, I do not see 8s. I was so surprised. I feel like they just like put down their dance for like no reason, just because they felt they had to.
Did they just give them 8s because she wasn't wearing a costume?
No, literally. I thought that that was one of my favorite dances, I think. Like, that was definitely
a
up
9.
there.
I think it was a 9 from the rehearsal and could have been a 10, easily a 10.
I think they would have got a 10 tonight for sure.
So my hope is they make it far enough that I think it's either I think it's the semifinals or maybe it's the finals. I can't remember, but someone let me know in the comments if you know. But I think it's one of those episodes that they do a redemption dance, because later on in the season, when there's only like a few of them left, obviously there's still 2 hours of airtime, and so they do 2 dances at a certain point. They all get 2 dances. And one episode they do a redemption dance where they like redo one of the dances that they didn't do as well in the season.
That's kind of cool.
So if she makes it, which I hope she does, like, I'm the biggest, I wish I could vote for her on like 10 accounts. Like, I need to figure this out. But I'm from Canada, so I only have one Disney Plus account.
We can't text anyone.
Anyone who I know, if you have a Disney Plus account and you're listening to this, give me your login information.
Or vote for Elaine.
Or vote for Elaine. But yeah, I hope she makes it far enough that we can see that redemption dance, because like, how emotional would that be? You know, like being like, we made it this far and now we can do that dance that I was in the hospital for. And it just shows me like how much she's putting into this, like how much she's pushing herself. Like,
Alicia, some of the moves they were doing too, like Alan's just throwing her around.
I know.
Like, unreal.
I love her. Like, yeah, I love her. I really want her to make it to the finale.
I hope she does too. I hope she at least, I fear that she wouldn't have the fan votes to quite get to the top 3, but I do think she has the skill to get that far for sure.
I know, it's so hard. It's tough. I don't know. But yeah, I wish her a quick recovery. I'm really excited to see them next week. I'm so happy they made it through.
Yeah.
I was like so nervous in the elimination when he was standing there alone. I was like,
Well, I gave Elaine a 9.
Oh my gosh, my cards. I need to find mine. Yeah, I gave her a 9 as well. And that's what she actually deserved. So
Yep. And she would have got 10s.
We are actually the judges of the Dancing with the Stars. Anyway. All right. Moving on to our next pair, Danielle and Pasha. With a V Needs Waltz. Okay. I have thoughts on this, but
the first
you clearly
comment,
have some thoughts. So.
The first comment I just want to make is, I felt like the song choice and the dance itself could have been done at any other point in the season. It wasn't Halloween themed to me at all. And once again, Danielle is doing a waltz, the same movement, the same everything as they always do. And I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see her shake some ass. I want to see her tango. I want to see something else. I'm so sick of... I think she's great, and I think she has so much potential, but I am so tired of seeing them do these types of dances. That is what I need to say.
That is so fair. I agree with... I want to see her do like a salsa or like a Latin dance so bad. Mm-hmm. However, what I will say is this waltz, like this style of waltz, I think is actually the perfect dance for her, but it's like a V Needs Waltz is usually super like lyrically romantic and beautiful. It's like usually done to like a love song most of the time, like on the show. And I think that her scary, spooky idea actually, for me, took away from the dance. And I think if they would have just done like a really classic like V Needs Waltz the whole time, this is her dance. She's proper. She's great in frame. She has beautiful lines. Like, this was the dance that if she would have just stayed in frame and they would have done like a beautiful loving waltz to this like I think it would have been probably her best dance, because it's actually a dance where she's supposed to be proper and supposed to be clean and supposed to feel like the way that she looks all the time. And so I think them like breaking frame and doing all like the spooky murder stuff actually took away from the dance being one of her best dances. That's how I feel.
That's valid, to be honest.
But I do agree. I want to see something different. However, if they were to get this dance, if they would have just done like a classic pretty dance and maybe just like wore some fangs or something, like made it like a vampire love story, or then it would have been perfect.
Song too, spookier song. Their song was not spooky. It also would have been really cool to see her do like a scary like contemporary style.
Yeah.
I believe that contemporary is probably one of the best dances to be doing for Halloween. I normally hate contemporary, but I think if you had a contemporary dance on Halloween night, your odds of getting a higher score are pretty good.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the actual waltz part was super beautiful. I think the story took away from it, for me personally, from like the flow. And I think it could have easily been a 9 but I gave it an 8.
Bruno gave her a 9.
I know.
Bruno's a big fan. Bruno was nice with his like, scores Bruno, last night. Or
I never question Bruno. I don't. Literally, Bruno, do whatever you want, Bruno. You do you. I'll never question you.
I love him. I think he's my favorite. I love seeing him get up on the table and just... I would love to see Bruno dance. I think he's actually gotten...
Yeah. I think he's gotten a lot calmer this season. In past seasons, like, I think he's stood on the table every episode. Like, he's chilled out. He's chilled out.
His little outfit too was awesome. So
yeah, Bruno can do no wrong to me. Like, give them whatever you want. I don't care.
What did you score?
I gave her an 8.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I think people think that she's going to be going home soon, but I don't think so. I think she has a lot of votes.
I'm seeing a lot of people, saying Danielle and Elaine, they want going home soon, which hurts me to see, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stop voting for the other people then. That's a threat.
But no, I don't have much else to say about that. I'm glad they're sticking around. I'm hoping next week is something different.
If they don't show me... they actually already released what they're doing next week.
I don't want to know. If I see a waltz again,
there's
I'm not
no
watching.
Latin dances next week. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? This whole season has been jazz and contemporary. Like, what are we... Anyway, is it like dancing with musical theater? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, if I don't see something different from them next week, they're my bottom. Sorry. Yep. I love Pasha and I love her, but they're just my least entertaining couple right now, personally.
And that's okay.
Okay. Moving on to someone who was very entertaining. Robert and Whitney.
Robert and Whitney.
So they did an Argentine tango, and this was like a week that's a little bit more in frame. So I was like, I wanted to see what that meant for Robert, because typically he's a little bit better in like the jazzes and the non-frame dance. What did you think? I want to know what you thought first.
I thought the choreography was unreal. That was really great. It was really entertaining. I think something we talked about before was when songs don't have words to them, it makes you pay attention to the dance and the feet like that much more. So I think they did it really well with like their song choice, their performance. Some of the moves Whitney was doing too was absolutely awesome. And I think they said that, was it Carrie Ann that said like she saw he was the leading man, like she saw that clearly. I think their timing was also perfect. I don't know, it wasn't like super standout of a dance for me personally, but I do think it was well done.
Yeah, I think he's really improved. I really liked the whole performance, like the story. I was captivated by the story the whole time. I think he was like super strong in his frame. Like Whitney's amazing. She looked fantastic. Like I loved,
as always,
I loved it. I was like very into it. Loved the performance. Like performance 10 out of 10. The only thing that I think I wish I saw more of, I still loved it. I still scored it high. The only thing I wish I saw a little bit more was like more footwork from him. I feel like there was the most of the choreography was him like doing like kind of whipping Whitney around a lot, which is part of a dance, I get. But I just wish I saw a bit more footwork from him because I feel like there wasn't much in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I still really loved it. I thought it was amazing. He's improving a lot. He's just like the sweetest person of all time. Like, I have nothing bad to say.
No.
I found out he's a Swiftie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We were talking about last week how obviously like he was one of the most viewed videos on the Dancing with the Stars YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Did we figure out, can Australia vote right now?
No. We got some comments saying that people in Australia can't vote. I still think he has the most votes in America.
I agree. I think he's our soon-to-be Mirrorball champ.
Totally.
And
I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if he didn't win.
If he didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he's like showing me that he is a contender dance-wise, because I think it would be hard if I knew he had all the votes but like wasn't performing.
Yeah.
But he's doing both. So...
Yeah. No, and he has such a good attitude. Like, even hearing him like listen to like what the judges are saying after, he's so like appreciative. You could see like he's actively listening and like he wants to do better.
He is cheering every time it pans to like the celebs up there. He's like after every dance, like cheering for everything, every single score that gets read. Like, he is just genuinely a good person. I wish I could be as good of a person as him. But yeah, I'm nothing bad to say. I really liked it. Entertainment, Halloween night, it hit all the boxes for me.
When he came out full face of blood after, I was like, what did I miss? When did this happen?
I know. I there was like something distracting me during his dance, so I had to at the beginning I'm like, was he bloody the whole time? Yeah. Like, he was standing there all bloody for the scores. I'm like, did I miss something? It's because when he got like killed and like pulled into the by the troop into like the fog, I think that's when they put blood on him. Also, by the way, the troop killed it this week.
Oh yeah, troop killed it. But speaking also of the troop, have you seen all the theories now that Robert and Haley from the troop are dating, or like soon to be dating?
Where does this even come from?
It's like
so
they just try to make every single reality show a dating show for no reason.
I know. Well, usually like every season there's some showmance on the show. Like, it's usually there's always like a couple or a pairing that is like shipped together. But this year there's no one, which is great. I love it. So they're trying to find like,
they're like, anything. Oh, she's young, he's young, they're single.
I think the funniest thing about it is it's like, that was just something, I don't even know where that came from, but the funniest things is I saw like news
I think the Daily News posted it or something.
The Daily Mail. I'm like, what type of journalism is this? Like,
no. Do Robert and Haley know that this is happening, is what I want to know.
Yeah.
They're probably watching it or seeing it and they're like giggling like, oh, haha, look at this.
Yeah. Or they're giggling being like, oh my God, how do they know?
Yeah. True. No.
But yeah, I give them a 9.
I give them actually, I give them did I give him a 10? Oh my God, I gave him a 10. I gave it 2 10s fair. Last night, and he was one of them. They got 2 10s and 2 9s, which I think deserving. It was great. I loved it. Yep. Go Robert.
Go Robert.
And go Whitney. I've been seeing a lot of like Whitney's past like lure on TikTok, and it is hilarious. She's so funny.
I know. I think like for Whitney, for me too, is like I'm a new-ish watcher. Like, I think I've watched like 6 or 7 seasons. So, she's not been around like the whole time I've watched, because I think she was on like maternity leave for her children when I first started watching, and she's always been kind of shy to me, so like I never really like got to know her that well. But this season I've been like watching more interviews after, and I watched one with her and Robert, and like they're so funny together. Yeah, it was great. I love her too.
They're truly like big sister little brother vibes, and I love that.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our next couple.
We have 3 left, right?
Yeah, 3.
Jen
and Jan.
I'll say
they're dancing to Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do."
Now, I either thought this was going to work in their favor or work completely against them. And I'll be honest.
What was it?
I think this was one of Jen's best dances, and that's why I feel like she was robbed on Tuesday night. I feel so bad for this girl. She is trying so hard. And Jan, did you see the comments Max was making about him, Val's brother?
Yeah,
it's just so unfortunate timing that was coming out and then they got voted out. So I'm a little bummed to see that for them.
Yeah, my thoughts on it is I agree. I think this was her best dance. When she like started out with the troupe just by herself.
Yep.
Killed it. The choreography was great. I loved the ending with like Jan like dead under the troupe and she's like in the background. Like I really liked it. Like I thought it was her best dance. I gave her a 9 actually.
I did too.
And this is where the judges' feedback really bothered me because of course she's not the strongest dancer out of everyone in the competition right now, but she's up there. Like she's a good dancer. And I hated that they were so hard on her on this feedback.
Alicia,
I'm like,
they always are. Every week, I swear.
Understand. Like, why can't we just hype her up one week? Not one week have they been like, you're growing, you're doing better. Like, and this is what, again, I don't want to bring it back to Andy, but like, how is it fair that Andy, is he improving like the slightest bit? Okay, yeah, but they hype him up every week being like, you're crushing it. And I'm like, the quality of dance that she just did that in comparison to Andy's is crazy. And all of them were just, nah, you're not very good. Like, why? If you know she's like maybe not one of the top dancers, like it's fine to give her feedback, but like why can't we give her any positive feedback?
No, that pissed me off. Pissed me right off.
It made me vote for her. I'm like surprised she left because I was like, I vote for her usually, but I don't always give her like all of my votes because I'm like, she's not my favorite out of everybody. But I was like, I feel so bad for her.
Yep. That voting, the judges with her, I feel like every week they're so, like they've always been like this with Jen. And I don't know what problem they have with her at all. Even Jan, like they're giving Jan more like positive feedback, like you're doing great for your first season, good. Like, come on, just tell Jen she did a good job. Just tell her once, just once. She looks so defeated. Like,
and the thing is, I've also seen a lot of people being like, "Oh, she just has such a bad attitude about it. She's always so discouraged when she gets votes or her scores." But I don't know. I did think it was a little interesting in her package when she was talking about all the haters, like showing them, she's going to show all the haters. I'm like, what haters? I'm like, where are you seeing these haters? I don't know. Maybe you're talking about the judges are the haters because like the fans seem to like be on your side.
The biggest hater.
Yeah, she should have just been like, yeah, carry on. But I don't know. I understand giving feedback if she needs the feedback to grow, fine. But like, it's never given in like a positive way. It's never like, wow, Jen, you're really improving. Like, I love this. Here's a note for you. It's always, it always starts in this like negative tone of like,
so here's my problem.
Like, what? I don't get it. Is she top tier? No, but like, they're acting like she's below Andy or like, sorry, I don't want to bring in him. I don't want to be that person, but they're acting like she didn't hit a single step.
Yep. And honestly, I literally made a comment. I'm like, watching her and Jan side by side dancing was way stronger. And I hate to compare, but way stronger than Whitney and Mark side by side dancing. So I hate to compare. I'm bummed for Jen.
Yeah, I'm sad. And honestly, I really like, again, she was in my like she's not in my like top 5 or 6 anyway for the finale, but like, so her time in my head was coming shortly.
It probably would have been next week if it wasn't this week, to be honest.
But I just feel bad that they probably knew she was on the chopping block and they still decided to just give her terrible comments. Like, if you know she's near the bottom, why don't you just hype her up before she leaves? Like, I don't know. But watching her and Jan on like live, I was like watching them online, like like they're so funny together. Like they're literally hilarious. Like Jan is so funny. They were just like goofs. And so I'm gonna like, their TikToks and their content is hilarious. Like, but yeah, and Jan, I feel like he knows how to take criticism. Like, I don't think he has anything to worry about.
No, and I mean, it was his first season. He had a really good run for a first season. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. He did so well. I like him. I hope he comes back. I hope the haters didn't scare him away.
Yeah.
And
actually, one of my like maybe second or third favorite dances was literally Jan and Jenna dancing to Cancelled by Taylor Swift. That was an unreal dance. So it was really cool actually seeing him get to perform with another pro, just so like he could show us like what he's got. And no, I think that was amazing watching them. So I'm glad I got to see. We got to see another little dance. I also loved
seeing Jenna again because it made me miss like watching that dance. I was like, oh, I wish she was still in her. I love Jenna. Like all her dances are always so entertaining. She's just so great to watch, like herself. But yeah, it made me realize like, oh, we really got robbed of Jenna this season.
Yeah. Jenna seems really cool. Her and Val seem like such an awesome couple together. Did you see the TikTok of Jenna spinning Alix Earl?
On her neck.
I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So love you, Jenna.
I know.
Love seeing you around.
Well, speaking of Val, basically,
are they next?
Alix and Val, are next. They did a tango.
Okay. I thought their intro package was hilarious. How
them like crawling. Oh, sorry, never mind. They're talking about the intro package.
No, we'll get there. How Alix was like,
push me harder.
I want to be miserable, and then she's literally crying by the end of it because Val probably could get pretty freaking harsh, but I thought their dance was theirs is the dance that I've watched maybe a million times. I keep watching it. I thought it was awesome.
I really liked their dance. They're like, them crawling out of the dirt at the beginning.
The song choice, loved their outfits.
And it was a Billie Eilish song, I think.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was great. Like, you can tell that she put in the work. Everything about it was good. Her eye makeup, like the black drips coming down her eyes, like. Yeah, I loved it. I think it was so funny in the scoring. Carrie Ann, I literally wrote this down because I thought it was so funny. She said, "Mad respect for you for joining the process." Like, what does that even mean?
Carrie Ann with her backhanded comments. Her and like, Julianne Hough are so like that.
But yeah, like I've watched this one a few times. It's probably one of my favorites of the night.
I think it was my favorite for sure.
And yeah, what did you score her?
I gave her a 10.
Fair. I gave her a 9, but again, at this point, I feel like I had no idea what I was doing. So I think it's 10 worthy for sure.
I think if it weren't for Cheryl, they would have got a perfect score. So,
but okay, I guess the Cheryl giving them a 9 was because they broke hold, which is technically in the rules of that dance. Like an Argentine tango, you're not supposed to break hold. So like she's following the rules of scoring, which like even when she gave the 9 too, like Val was like, yep, like because the thing is the pros know the rules.
Oh yeah.
And they get to choose. They can either follow them or they don't. And it's their choice. Like they can either follow the technical rules or they can choose to break a rule in hopes of gaining something else, right? Like when they broke the hold, it was a really cool creative moment that as a viewer I liked.
Yeah.
But as someone judging off of like the technical of the dance, I guess it's a point off, but like he probably gained a lot of viewers votes from that point and lost a point in the score. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I think it was worth it. I'm
totally
kind of happy we're not seeing perfect scores yet.
Yeah.
Because I'd be bummed if we already got a perfect score.
I don't think that was like I don't think that was a perfect 40. I thought it was like a 39,
Yeah.
which it was.
No, but I'm happy to see that because then there's more to look forward to. There's more
Yeah.
even for them to know, you know what, I'm not quite perfect yet. Let's fight for that perfect score. That's what they need, that motivation.
Exactly. And
I do
yeah,
think Alix seems like the type that's like down for anything. And I respect her so much for that. I think that's so cool. I feel like she's like, Val,
I feel like
let's go big. What do you want to do? I'm down.
she probably came into this process being like, I'm going to try really hard. Because I never doubted that she was like going to commit. I feel like she thought, okay, I'm gonna put my all in. And then now she's like obsessed with it. And like, she's really into it. And she's like, let's go.
Oh, yeah. And did you see she had like 20 friends, her college friends that showed up
I saw
to
that.
watch. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. I think Alix and Robert are my top two.
Did she get the highest score of the night?
I think her, yeah.
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 Yeah. Good for her.
So
Now all the haters can just calm down for a week.
yeah. Yeah.
She got her perfect score. But
No.
wait, actually no, we haven't talked about the Monsterthon, so never mind.
Oh, true.
She didn't get
True.
I don't know if she did.
Yeah, I have some thoughts about that.
Okay. Moving on.
Next is our last.
Our Halloween dance queen, Dani and Dylan. They also had a waltz, which is like I think a hard dance to do on Halloween.
Yeah.
Because it's more of like a, again, romantic dance usually. I loved it. Like I thought the concept of it was so cool. Like the romanticy, like vampire, her dancing blindfolded for the first half of the dance. Like
So cool.
What?
Yeah. So cool.
The like theme, the story, everything. I really liked it. Like I thought it was really well done. And I also think, I know a lot of people are gonna like say it wasn't as done, but I think Dylan had a lot of steps in that. Like he had a lot of content, and so I judged him on the fact that I think for the amount of content she gave him, he did so good.
I think so too.
Sorry,
the only thing I wasn't a fan of was his hairstyle. The little side curl he had, I kept getting distracted by. I also thought for Dani, this was probably a lot of pressure because everyone always is talking about her Halloween dances. So I feel like for her, it's like, how can I top this? So that probably puts like a lot of strain on her to come up with like a perfect dance that's topping last year's awesome Halloween dance.
But also I think like she even said this is the first time she's ever done a waltz for Halloween. Like it's a tougher dance to, like a contemporary, go crazy. A jazz even, like go crazy, but this is a tougher like even a paso doble where you're like fierce, you know. This is a waltz. It's like a romantic dance, and I think they did really good. I loved it. I honestly gave it a 9.
I gave it a 9 too.
And yeah, I was really impressed with like, was there some points that again weren't perfect, but I think it's because he was challenging himself with a lot of content, and I respect that.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. I like their partnership a lot. I think that's something we've talked about before.
They're cute. They're funny. Oh my god, we didn't even talk about the fact that he broke his nose.
I actually, as soon as I saw that last week, I'm like, Dani probably smacked her head back. So to find out it was her elbow, I was like, well. But
yeah, we had a lot of hospital visits this week.
Holy messy week. But no,
halfway through the season, they're
Team
breaking
Dylan,
down.
I'm proud of him. It was cute to find out that he likes romantasy books. Glad he opened up about that. So no, I think it's so cool when like the pros and the stars can actually like bounce ideas off each other, and the stars can be like, hey, can we try this out? And the pros are like, yeah, let's freaking do it. So
I know.
I love seeing them get involved like that.
I always assumed it was mostly the pro. Yeah. So it was interesting to see this week that there was a lot of say from the celebrities. Yeah. Like even like not going back too much, but when Danielle and Pasha had their intro and she was like directing him in the intro package, I was like, oh, okay.
I love it.
Anyway, that was the end of all of our, or he got 3 9s and an 8, which I think
is a score higher than Jordan and Ezra.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because Ezra and Jordan I don't believe their scores. They're
rigged.
But yeah, that was the end of our individual dances. We then had a Monsterthon. What are your thoughts on this? Like,
I was completely overwhelmed. I didn't know who to look at. I didn't know how to judge. I didn't know. I also kind of felt like the way the order of them getting taken out was kind of the order of how the next little bit of the season's gonna go.
I know. I feel. Just overall, I didn't like it. I don't even care who won or not. Like, I know people are pissed about that, but I didn't even care. I just didn't like it. It was so hard to watch. You couldn't even like see anybody. They only got like 20 seconds to show anything about. I'm like, how are you even really taking people out? And to me, it just seemed like they were picking out people based off of like who they think should be taken out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It doesn't matter what Andy and Emma did. They were getting kicked out first. It doesn't matter. You know what? That's how it felt. It didn't even feel like they were basing it off the dance. When it comes to like the winners, I don't even really care who won, to be honest. Like, Alix and Whitney we're not leaving the competition. It didn't really matter. People were really mad that Whitney won. I think Alix was more like eye-catching.
Yes, I agree. But technically, Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Alix's was more fun and eye-catching.
Oh,
should she have
Val
won?
were throwing each other around. It was awesome.
Yeah. They were fun to watch, but it doesn't bother me that Whitney won. Like, I still slept fine.
Yep.
They still made it through. And honestly, it seemed like the judges were really torn anyway, so to be like, oh, it's favoritism. I'm like, it seemed like Bruno and Cheryl wanted Whitney to win, and Derek and Carrie-Anne wanted Alix and Val to win. It just, one of them should have held up the paddle first. Bruno was like, you guys are taking too long.
Yep.
They should have just committed.
I think it would be cool if they did something like everyone was doing the same dance. Because I think that is much easier to judge technique-wise if everyone's doing like the same style at least, or the same choreography. And I know they weren't judging that, but that was just like, that was so overwhelming to watch. I
don't mind when they do like team or like battles. Like next week you'll see, I think it's next week, they're doing like a team dance.
Okay, I saw that. What does that even mean? So
they'll split category, like they'll split people into two groups, and then those groups have a team dance, and then whoever wins the team dance, everyone on that team gets the extra points.
Like they're all performing at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a big dance.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
And they've also done like person versus person, where it's like they'll pick two couples that dance at the same time, do the same dance, and it's just two people that you're comparing, and one person gets the points. Like, I like that a lot better, because you can actually watch the dances then. They get more time. It seems more fair. Yeah. This was just like chaos.
Yep.
I couldn't even watch anybody. I was like, what is happening?
Yep. No, it was overwhelming. So
didn't love that. But at the end of the day, I was just, honestly, I didn't care about Whitney and Mark and Alix and Val. I was worried about Elaine. Okay. Who cares who got the one extra point? I was worried about Elaine getting 0 points.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not worried about them. As long as she can come back next week, I think they have the capability to get the 10s that they deserve, or at least the 9s across the board again, because I think they did they get 9s before?
They got 9s last week,
so
hopefully they can hold on to that momentum.
I hope so too,
and crush it next week. But yeah, they're doing a waltz next week, a Viennese waltz. Sorry, terrible at pronunciation, don't comment about it. Okay.
Women.
No, it's my Canadian accent.
Oh God,
I say
funny.
Things differently. I'm from Canada. Okay. I have a hard Canadian accent.
I'm also from Canada, so.
But yeah, anyway, they're doing a waltz next week, and I love Alan's waltzes. He does, like, his waltz is my favorite.
I'm excited.
So I'm excited for them next week.
Next week's like a rock and roll week, right?
Yeah. And it's not as hard of, like, for Elaine personally, it's not as hard of like it's not a flippy dance. It's a nice like frame dance, so I think it'll be a good one for her.
Yeah, good one to come back to.
But yeah, next week is like rock and roll, rock of ages, which they've never done before. I'm kind of getting tired of the themes, but
I was gonna say, do they always do themes? Like, is that...
They don't do this many themes. Like, they usually do theme nights, but it's like every couple of weeks.
I was gonna say, is there ever a time where they're just like, okay,
yeah,
pick a song and a dance. Good luck.
Every other season ever, there's just been nights where it's like, do whatever. Like, they're overdoing it with the themes this year, in my opinion. I just want to see a basic dance.
Yep. I would also just love to see them pick something like for them. Which I liked how the first episode was like that. Like, they got to pick their own dance, and then the pros choreographed based on that. But I'd like to see more of that, because then I think it shows you more who these pros are.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. But I'm still excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm nervous for the elimination next week, but it's going to be a tough one.
Will it? Well, if people keep voting Andy, I guess it will.
It's going to be a tough one.
I don't know. I'm nervous. Even like the way they did the bottom three this time was so crazy. Like, as soon as I called Annie and Emma's name and they weren't in the bottom three, I was like, Whitney and Mark are here. This is when I was worried for Elaine. I'll be honest.
Elaine, I was worried. I think Elaine they put in there because they had to. She wasn't there.
Yeah.
Whitney, I think they put in there because they... Oh my gosh, sorry. Whitney was in there because they probably saw all the comments about people wanting her to go home, so for the dramatic effect.
Well, they probably even wanted to scare Whitney and Mark a bit. Yeah. Because they're obviously seeing all that hate too.
Yeah.
But
I think it was a little cruel, but...
Yep. It's cruel what they've been doing, for sure. But I think I knew deep down that it was going to be Jen and Jan. I just didn't... Like, and honestly, I'm happy it was, because I'd rather see Elaine another week, and I'd rather see Whitney and Mark another week, so...
Like, I wasn't shocked by the elimination just based off who's left.
Yeah.
And yeah. But
well, I guess that's a wrap.
I think that's it. Yeah. Like, I have nothing else to say.
No. I was very passionate about that episode, so
me too. But I'm excited for next week. And yeah, let us know your thoughts about the episode in the comments below if you're still listening.
Yeah, please. We love seeing your comments.
You know, it's actually like the highlight of my day.
It makes us either confirms that we're not crazy, or it's nice seeing people who have different opinions too. True. So we love seeing it all, to be honest.
All right. Well, we'll catch you next week.
Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.